Okay, I guess if you're at this place, you probably saw the card. You went to the website www.bannon.us, and you're looking at the solution and possibly clicking on the video at this point. So I'm going to read it to you. It says Tom and Dick can do a job in 2 hours. Tom and Harry can do the same job in 3 hours. Dick and Harry can do the same job in 4 hours. How long will it take for all three of them to do this job? So I'm going to go to the whiteboard and talk through the solution. All right. So first thing is just simply talking about there's three people working. I'm going to use three letters for those people. T represents the number of jobs that Tom can do per hour. And then I'm going to say D stands for the number of jobs. And again, this is Tom. Number of jobs per hour. And that's for Dick. And then H is the number of jobs per hour for Harry. All right. So, again, I always say the stage of a problem is understanding what they're asking about. And these are work problems, and it's a uniform rate, we're assuming, rate at which they work times the time. So the first thing I'm reading is Tom and Dick can do the job in 2 hours. So I'm going to say 2T plus 2D. They can complete one job. Let's go to the next sentence, and it says, Tom and Harry can do the job in 3 hours. Okay? And last but not least, Dick and Harry can do it in 4 hours. This is a system of linear equations. There's three unknowns and three equations. So I'm going to use what's known as an augmented matrix. And I'm going to write this down over here. And this is going to be, I'm going to put it in alphabetical order. D, H, T. Generally, we use either a dashed line or a long line to represent inequality. And then I write down one equation at a time. So the first equation I'm going to write down is this one over here. All right? So what does it mean? Two T's, two D's, no H's, one. All right? Let's go to the next line. And what does this one say? Three T's, three H's, but no D's. That also equals one job. All right? Let's go to the next line or equation or row. And that's going to be four D's. Let's put that down, 4. And then 4H, but no T's, equals 1. Then what we're going to do is carry out operations again to reduce row echelon form. And let's just do one thing at a time. I'll write down the steps I'm going to take. The first thing I'm going to do is minus 2. This is the first thing. Minus 2 row 1 plus row 3. Give it to row 3. 2, 0, 2, 1, 0, 3, 3, 1. Well, let's see. Minus 2 times 2 is minus 4, and minus 4 plus 4 is 0. My goal is to get this what's known as reduced row echelon form. Okay. Let's see. Minus 2 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. Minus 2 times 2 is minus 4, and minus 4 plus 0 is minus 4. Minus 2 times 1 is minus 2, and minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. All right, I'm going to do my second step. And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to do, let's see, 4 row 2's plus row 3 and give it to row 3. Put this over here. 2, 0, 2, 1, 0, 3, 3, 1. I got to follow the command, so it's going to be 4 row 2's. Well, 4 times 0 is 0, and, oh, you know what? I forgot to put the 3 there. Sorry about that. Let's see, because I want to eliminate something. 4, let's see, 4 times 0, 3 times 0, 0. Well, that's pretty easy. Let's see, 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. And let's see, 4 times 3 is 12, and 3 times minus 4 is minus 12, so that's going to be 0. And let's see, 4 times 1 is 4, 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. That's going to give me a 1. All right? Now, I want to get into reduced row echelon form, and I'm kind of done with the row operation. I think I can work my way backwards to reduce row echelon form. So it's going to be 1, 0, 0. This is reduced row echelon form. 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. But one thing I can read this row now. I know what that says. Let me write that down for you. So it says, and this, again, this is in alphabetical order. It's, this is D, this is H, this is T. So let's write this down. So it says 24H is equal to 1, which tells me H is 1 over 24. All right? And that's an important fact. I'm going to write that down, and that's the second row. So 1 over 24. All right, I'm going to go to the second row now and write this down. So it's going to be 3H. What's H? It's 1 over 24 plus 3T is equal to 1. All right, this is going to be 3T, and that's going to be 24 over 24 minus 3 over 24. That's going to be 3T is 21 over 24. So T is going to be 7 over 24. Again, T is 7 over 24. All right, let's go to the top row. And the top row says 2D, right? I don't know what D is. And then it says 2 T's. Well, T is going to be 7 over 24. So that's 14 over 24 equals 1. So 2D is going to be 24 over 24 minus 14 over 24. So 2D is going to be equal to 10 over 24, or D is 5 over 24. Let me write that down. All right, so time to recap. We know what H is, right? Let me just outline this for you. I don't think I wrote that down. I'm going to write it down now, though. So H is 1 over 24. It's right here. That was not their question, though. T is 7 over 24, and D is 5 over 24. Now, what was their question? Their question was, how long would it take for all three of them to do the job? So what I'm going to write down is an unknown over here, and X is how many hours if all three work. Okay, let's write this down. So it's going to be what? Let's take a look. H times X, that's Harry's rate times the number of hours, plus D times X, that's Dick's rates by the same number of hours, X, plus T times rate times X, and that would equal 1 job. Well, do I know what H is? Yeah, it's 1 over 24. Do I know what D is? It's 5 over 24. Do I know what T is? It's 7 over 24. Equals 1. Let's add together. And let's see, 7 and 5. That's going to be 12, and plus 1, 13 24ths. That equals 1. So what am I going to do now? Try to solve for X and multiply both sides by 24 13ths. And what do you get there? 24 13ths. What's the unit of net? Hours. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is a good answer. It may not be a polite answer, but it's a good answer. And I'm going to write down a little bit differently. I'm going to write X equals, if you prefer, 13 goes into 24 1 times with the remainder of 11 over 13 hours. If you want to convert it to hours and minutes, it's not bad to do that. And you were doing that, it's going to be an approximate value. That would be 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 46 seconds. And again, that's done through arithmetic if you want to do that. Again, this answer is fine. This answer is fine. And if you want an approximate answer, what hours, minutes, and seconds, this one's fine. Thank you.